What's going on, YouTube? So I wanted to share with you guys the progress that my Rosigold mango tree has made during the flowering cycle. Every single bud has pushed through, almost every single bud. There's a couple that are a little delayed there, but almost every single bud has pushed through. I think I probably have about, I would say, I don't know, maybe a good 100 flower buds. I mean, it's quite a bit. All over here. All over here. I got the Christmas lights in there. I think I put 4 strands in there. 40 watts each strand, 160 watts. Just a little extra heating on the limbs, you know. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but in the past couple of years, it's worked for me. One of the reasons why I started building these cages had to do with the fact that my tree, this tree specifically, would have flowers on it during the time, come January, when I have to usually cover it. And, you know, like the other trees usually don't have flower. They usually get flowers like in February. They usually come through, like the lemon zest had February. Malika's a little late too. Valencia Pride's later. Actually, my Valencia Pride's going through a little flush right now. I'll show you that in a second. But just a flush of growth, no flowering. But anyway, so that was the reason why I started building these monstrosities. Actually, it's morphed into a monstrosity that it is now. But I started building cages because I couldn't drape frost cloths on top because I would damage the flower panicles and, you know, I wouldn't get any fruit. So I started just erecting little cages to hold the frost cloth on top without it touching, and you know, here we are. It's 5 winters later. But anyway, you know, the Malika, nothing on the Malika yet, but it looks like, you know, I may be pushing some flowers. I don't think I'll get another flush of growth, but I think I'll get the next time the buds open, it'll be flowers. Like this one here. That's going to be a flower. It's coming through. I draped the lights and I tied them underneath, as you could see. So it makes it easier when I remove it. It's not on top, it's underneath. So I just loosen and it just comes down rather than thrown on top, and then you got to look for it. Where is it? And then you knock fruit off, and when it comes time to remove it in March. So that makes it a little bit easier, and you know, and nothing's really easy, but you know, I mean, this is high maintenance, but I do it because, you know, the result. But anyway, I thought I would share it with you. I mean, here's a look at all the flowers on this tree. Loaded with flowers. And there's the center. There's the lights there. I painted it with the IV Organics whitewash. Oh, and look at these lizards. They're fighting. Look at them. Yeah, here they go. He's bad right there. That guy's bad. Oh yeah, push-ups. He's doing push-ups now. Anyway, let me take you over and see the Valencia Pride. Okay, here we are at the Valencia Pride. As you can see, it's new growth is new growth, not flowers. Probably because this variety, Valencia Pride, or the fruits usually ripen late July, so it's a later variety to flower. So these here, yeah, that right there. Oh, yep, that's gonna be a flower. So this tree, I moved some of these limbs, tied them down because I want to open this tree up a little bit so it's not so high. Kind of opening this. Hold on, baby. As you can see, I mean, if I didn't have this tree tied, it would be 7 feet, 8 feet maybe. So I got the limbs all tied to the rebar on the ground there. And look on this side here. Let's take a look over here. You know, you got to envision what you want your tree to look like and kind of go from there. But you got to stay on top of it. And then as the tree gets a little bit older, you can kind of just start, you know, letting it do its thing. I'm trying to protect them a little bit more while they're young. I think I still will protect them when they're older. You know, when they're larger, more able to handle the cold. But more so now. And as you can see over here, I have this trash can. It's filled with water. A little heater in there. We don't need it right now. The next 10 days are going to be in the 80s. So, but so that looks like over here. And I'll take you over here to my Lancetilla. This tree's done quite a bit this year. It's put on a lot of growth. That tree's only 2 years old now, 2.5 years old. So next year I'll have fruit on it. Got the lychee over here. It's my lychee. Not sure what variety it is. But anyway, just thought I would share some of my mango trees with you. Oh, and one more. Let me bring you over here. And one more tree. This is the Coggeshall. Got lights on this one too. This one looks like it's possibly starting to go into its bloom. Last year in January I had tons and tons of flowers on this tree. Well, not tons and tons, but you know what I'm saying. I think I probably had maybe 50. And this tree was the tree that got knocked back. But it's made a recovery, and you know, I'm going to protect it and make sure that, you know, it's able to fruit. Because also inside of here I have a branch from an Alphonso right there. So next year I'm going to be doing a little bit of finagling on this tree and cutting a couple limbs back so that I can get that Alphonso limb to start taking off and be a little bit more dominant, because it's not dominant at all. These are all some of my grafts and all my seedlings. So anyway, I just thought I would share this with you guys. And there's one last look over there. And as always, thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.